Bikes now. Surprise. Been a little while since we uploaded on the channel. Been a little while since I myself have been on the channel. I probably haven't been on here since literally free agency, but signs of life, I am alive if you cared at all. We're
Hey,
trying to
so
get
are the
things back.
Vikings.
Yeah, yeah, apparently, and we're gonna get into that. Trying to get some life back into the channel, so we're gonna start uploading here again pretty consistently. Pretty fair weather of us to upload today, I guess you could say. I thought about doing it yesterday before the game, but I just didn't. I don't really have an excuse. But we're back. The Vikings are back. I'm joined. If you've been a long time Vikes Now watcher, avid watcher, you've seen Preet a couple times. Preet, how you doing today, sir?
Doing great after that win, especially. We talk about culture building wins for certain teams and certain people. I feel like this is the quote unquote culture building win for the JJ McCarthy era. In some ways, it feels kind of like 2021 when we lost against the Lions and that kind of kick-started the Dan Campbell era. This kind of feels like it kick-started the JJ McCarthy era and kind of got into gear. So feeling pretty good. More than anything, just excited and glad to see the progression of the quarterback position and see a lot of things happened that were really interesting, good, bad, or otherwise. But for the first time, it feels like this team is legit and competitive.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling. I was actually talking, I was in a Twitter space earlier, and I felt really weird saying how big of a win this was just because it's over the Lions, because I gave Lions fans crap for years how they're little bro, and I mean like they were for a long time up until recently. But this today felt huge, and it's not just because JJ McCarthy showed who he is and who we're hoping that he's supposed to be, but as far as the 2025 season goes, which I've believed the entire time, this year has always been about McCarthy. The Vikings are probably never going to go win the Super Bowl this year. I mean, they could, they won't, but they could. And today was a huge step with that. The Lions, walking into Ford Field and beating the Lions just is a cherry on top of the Sunday. Hearing the
More than
area
that,
suck.
dude. More
What'd
than
you
that,
say?
this is the first time in 1,428 days that we had a lead in Ford Field. It was over
Really?
120 yes, over 129 minutes of game time. We haven't won a game in Ford Field in like something like 1,700 days.
Yeah.
Like it's it's been a long time coming. This is the one team that seems to always get the better of Kevin O'Connell. And
Hmm.
just to get that over the line. Also, just in the context of the season, 4-4 versus 3-5, it's a pretty big difference. If you're 3-5 going to the deadline, I don't think you're looking to make any moves. At best, you're standing pat.
Yeah.
I could potentially see them looking to make a move and add a corner now, or even like an
Hmm.
interior offensive lineman if they need to. More than that, I think corner or safety should be the main target. But this win sort of extends your season, gives you a new lease on life.
Yeah. And 3-5, 4-4. It doesn't sound like a huge difference, but it really is. Just like playing the odds, like historically, 4-4 teams are going to make it way more often than 3-5 teams are. Especially when you look at the Vikings' schedule coming up. I mean, they got Baltimore next week and Chicago the week after that. Thankfully, both at the Bank and US Bank Stadium. But yeah, to your point about, I didn't know we didn't have a lead in 1400. I know we hadn't won there, I think, since the 2020 season, like January 3rd, 2021 or something. Which
Yeah.
is weird to think because I
Like
I grew up
we
like
used to
in
own Ford Field. Ford
exactly.
Field used to be a library.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't hear any like my only memory of Ford Field being like a close game was the before Dan Campbell's there was the Kyle Rudolph Hail Mary at right before halftime game where we were like trailing and we somehow came back to win. And the Lions, credit to them. And like let's call it how it is. In the 2020s they've dominated us.
Yep.
And this win was just so big to the point where it kind of you get one over on a team that's had your number for the last 5 to 6 years, and
Mhm.
your young quarterback comes in and he shows who you think he is and who he can be. It's and I can't put this in like words how big of a win this is. This is like winning away from home in a division game. It's everything, man. It is everything, truly.
Yeah, I think you put it best with like the culture shifting because like your season looks so much different. If you're 3-5 right now, losing to the Lions at Ford Field, like it's an easy thing to predict, but just again, the difference between 3-5 and 4-4 going forward is massive. The NFC is pretty wide open. The Vikings only have their one game. I don't think the math is one game, but they have
One and
one
a
less
half.
win. Yeah, than the leading team in the NFC North. Yeah,
Somehow still
going.
in last, but.
Yeah, the Bears or the Bengals had to go ahead and fuck it against the Bears today, but yeah, it's huge. We got a gauntlet of a schedule coming up. We can kind of, I guess the hot topic is McCarthy. In my opinion, I would assume you share the opinion. McCarthy's not the MVP of today, but diving into McCarthy, wow,
Yeah.
better than we could have asked for, really.
And I think the beauty of this performance is there's still so much he needs to improve on.
Yeah.
And this is what you want to see from your quarterback. You want to see them make plays when it counts, but you also want to see room for growth. Not everyone's going to step into that position and be Jaden Daniels to the point where they're that good where you don't have to punt the ball like the first 3 weeks of the season or whatever like that.
Hmm.
But there's plenty of for you to like from McCarthy. I just look at that first drive in particular, that throw to Addison that was incomplete, put in a perfect spot where Jordan Addison should like I think 9 times out of 10 he comes down with that ball.
Yeah.
This is just the one time he doesn't, but that was perfect. More than anything, I know you're going to harp on the Justin Jefferson touchdown pass, which was perfectly placed as well.
Hmm.
I want to roll it back to 3rd and 10. He gets to the line, he checks the play call
Next, yep.
immediately to a screen. That's that's going to go unnoticed, but that's something like mentally that you want your quarterback to have. You want them to have the ability at the line to make the correct checks and make the right reads. And he does, and he's not afraid to take a hit from, Hutchinson or Al-Qadim Muhammad or anyone else.
Hmm.
And that's just, that's the sort of toughness you want from your quarterback, and that's what you love to see out there. I I do think there are certain things he needs to improve on, at least situationally. At the
Yeah.
end of the game, you can't run out of bounds there. You gotta fall down in bounds. I know you always want to go make a play. The TJ Hawkinson touchdown, I it turned out great, but we have seen before a quarterback throwing across his body
Hmm.
doesn't always turn out the best. Had my
Yeah.
heart in my throat for a little bit there. He struggles at times to put touch on the ball is something I really notice. It feels like right now he throws a lot at that one speed. I
Yeah.
think back to a play in the third quarter. I think it was when he hits Justin Jefferson over the middle and Jefferson's not really expecting and he kind of falls down because it comes at him so fast.
Hmm.
And more than anything, throwing on the run seems to be the biggest issue, but and also time to throw. I think it took him 3.23 seconds on average to throw the ball. A little held on to it a little bit longer than usual, but again, these are rookie quarterback things. These are things you can correct. Biggest thing in my opinion, no to live games. Weeks 1 and 2, we had that problem where,
Yeah.
getting play call set and getting everything ready. It feels like on that side of the ball, he's improved a lot, or at least the mental aspect of getting the play in, getting checks out, and, reading defenses. But overall, a very good game. I wouldn't rate it an A. I'd say probably a B, B plus.
Hmm.
But I do think that he was nails when when you needed him to be nails. So
Yeah.
overall, great performance from him, man.
Yeah. I think I put his grade at around a B minus. And it's just because like the exactly what you're talking about, the only throwing one speed. He did have that really nice throw a touch to Aaron Jones in the backfield that I think
Oh
counted as
yeah,
a rush for
it
Aaron.
counted as a rush, but
Yeah.
it's a
That was just
throw.
refreshing to see after Carson Wentz trying and failing to throw an accurate ball behind the line of scrimmage to Aaron
Even
Jones. So,
even I'll go back to week 2, first play of the game. You have Jalen Nailor out in motion. McCarthy misses him in the exact same area. It's
yeah,
good to see that sort of improvement, even though he wasn't on the field from weeks 2 to week 9. But even getting that throw, it's big time, man.
exactly. And he missed a lot of throws today, kind of just high, and I think that goes with throwing at that one speed. I know he's trying to put it in a place where only his receiver can get it, but the it was almost it was kind of Josh Dobbs like Josh Dobbs threw a lot of balls high. And then of course the easy one is the interception, what ended up being the interception.
I hated that call on the
Yeah.
field.
Yeah, yeah,
Last season we saw Drake London do the exact same thing to Josh Metellus. They ruled it a catch.
yeah,
Again, different crew chiefs and all that, but you can't have it both ways. It can't be a catch there and an interception here.
yeah. I know it's been a joke, like we don't know what a catch is in the NFL, but like the last three Vikings games, like I officially have no idea what a catch is anymore.
Yeah, even the Jefferson challenge, I'm like, wait, how is this a drop? I feel like he
Yeah.
got control and the ball, it touched the turf, but
Hmm.
he had it under his grasp. I think it should be fine, but
I thought we were good on the Jefferson catch just because they called it a catch on the field. I didn't think they'd overturn it, but I was kind of surprised they saw enough to overturn that one. But I don't know. But yeah, the ball placement's a little shaky. I guess the one other like really bad play he made ended up not even counting because of a illegal contact.
Yeah,
I
he
think,
just threw it up there and like
yeah.
hoped.
I don't know if he. I mean, I haven't watched the game back. I only saw it live. I don't know if he like knew the penalty happened
No,
and
the flag was
felt it.
thrown earlier.
Yeah. Okay. So then I can't really take a shot, I guess. But
I guess I want to touch on one thing, and it's like
yeah.
that deep ball flutters a little bit
Mhm.
too much for my liking.
Yeah.
Granted, he was under a lot of pressure from Aiden Hutchinson today. Aiden Hutchinson, oh my God, that guy's going to be a problem for years to come.
Yeah. He's
But
he's
yeah,
done.
was he? Who? I don't know where he was aligned most of the game, if it was O'Neal or on Darisaw, but whoever it was, man, that's going to be a rough film room study for you to watch.
Yeah, and that's to be expected, honest. I mean, we knew Aiden Hutchinson would come in and to a point wreck the game. That kind of segues me nicely into what I really liked out of McCarthy today was seeing it out of a 22-year-old quarterback. Like it felt like he had complete control of the pocket and he knew everything that was happening in the pocket. Of course, there's plays where he didn't, but especially early in the game, his awareness to because there was a couple plays where somebody was coming like from the blind side, and I was
From the
like, oh
blind
my
side,
God, there's
yeah.
no way he knows he's coming. And then he gets out of the way.
Dude,
I'm like, okay. Uh
I got Kirk Cousins flashbacks, when
yeah,
someone comes around the blind side and he just cocks his arm too far back and the ball it gets fumbled. When
yeah,
McCarthy, man, when McCarthy escaped, I think Hutchinson was running, wrapping around the edge and he just escaped and made a throw. I was like, oh, this is what it
mhm.
feels like to have a quarterback with pocket presence. I haven't felt this in a while.
Yeah, once he hones in that ball on the run and just kind of gets it down. Again, if he's gonna miss the throw, it's fine if it's high, but if he can kind of hone in that deep ball on the run, like matching with the pocket presence he has to escape, NFL
Sky's
might
the limit.
NFL might be in a little trouble. But yeah, that was my biggest plus on him was just he looked poised. He was in control of the situation. Like from the first snap, like the first play being that shot to Addison, perfect ball. I was like, okay, it, he's got it.
Yeah, and
Um,
more than anything, he didn't get shaken when it was a
mhm.
drop.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a lot of young quarterbacks, when you put a ball like that and it gets dropped, you're like, how do I progress from here? No,
yeah,
nothing like that. Let's get back onto the field. Let's get this third down. Let's pick it up.
yeah,
More than anything, for me, it was he's willing to take a hit. He's willing to take a beating. He's willing to get up. After coming off two major injuries, you see guys really hesitant to stick around in the pocket. They kind of want to get rid of the ball on first instinct.
yeah,
None of that. And it would have been probably worse, watching from the sideline, seeing Carson Wentz take all these hits. No,
yeah,
he was willing to stay in the pocket, and man, I respect the hell out of him for that.
yeah. That hit he took, I think it was from Jack Campbell coming right up the middle.
The personal foul.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The roughing the
Yeah.
passer. That when he got hit, I was like, oh no.
Same. And then I saw him him point like right in front when they
Yeah,
dropped the flag. I was like, he's fine.
he's a psycho. It's cool. And then I guess the last thing on McCarthy, like, it would be remiss to not bring up. Of course, as much as that good of a throw by McCarthy and as a catch as it was at Naylor, Kevin O'Connell showing that he has full confidence in that spot in Ford Field on what 3rd and 7 to ice the game to put the ball in the air.
Dude,
I
I love it. I love it. It's playing to win. It's playing
Yeah,
to win. I've said it for the longest time. You can't play to not lose. You got to play to win the game. And
yeah,
that's exactly what that was. I think we even showed that the drive before he ran it on third and goal, first and goal from the one. The next two were design pass plays.
hmm
I'm going to give my quarterback the chance to ice this game, and results be damned. Whatever happens, I'm going to show faith in my quarterback, and I love that. I love that so much, and it kind of dispels all the soft benching rumors we heard.
yeah,
And thank God for that, because those were getting really idiotic from not only just Vikings fans, but other media personalities like Richard Sherman. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It was so hard not to, now that I'm back on Twitter, it was so hard not to victory lap like right away, just because like he really dispelled the narratives like in the first quarter. But I was like, I can't do this yet, so I really had to hold off, and I didn't even do it when they're up 10. I don't
just
think.
dude, just watching that first drive and those two throws to Addison and Jefferson, those are the exact throws Wentz couldn't make in that come
Yeah,
from behind game in Philadelphia where we came up short. He had Jefferson on that shot multiple times and he'd sail it a little deep, and just watching a quarterback put in a spot right there where, you give your all-world receiver a chance to make the play. That's just something you can't overrate, man. You can't overrate how great of a skill that is.
Yeah, all love and thoughts and prayers to Carson Wentz during these trying times. Hope the shoulder's okay, buddy. But yeah, of course, JJ McCarthy, he's the star of the game. Um, Maybe you share the sentiment. I think the defense was the true MVP collectively today. Holding the
Yeah, man, the
Lions to
front seven.
yeah,
Wow.
insane. Holding the Lions to 78 rushing yards combined, or maybe not combined, but between Montgomery and Gibbs, they both had 78 combined. What do you say? I mean, going into Ford Field and just really shutting them down.
I have said before the season, and I was wrong. I said I think the Lions will finish third in the division,
Mm,
and I thought, and I'll walk it back because I was wrong. They'll probably end up winning the division or coming
yeah.
second and being a wild card team. But I said the reason why is I said the interior line is super suspect,
Hmm.
and I said if you shut down the run game, Jared Goff loses half of his ability. And I think
Yeah.
we saw that today, especially with I want to highlight Eric Wilson and Blake Cashman and even Ivan Pace to a certain extent. Their ability to capitalize on that interior offensive line, they got beat up a little bit later in the game, but just how inexperienced they are, big time, big time. I think we
Yeah.
blitzed a little bit less than average
Mm,
for Brian Flores' game, but the blitzes were just so well timed, and even when we weren't blitzing, we were able to get pressure home.
yeah.
And, Javon Hargraves, incredible game. Jalen
Hmm.
Redmond, incredible game. Levi Drake Rodriguez, another incredible game. These guys are really starting to stack. This looks like the defensive line that we expected to see. And I
Yeah.
just want to say, how many times have we seen the Lions with Jahmyr Gibbs just take a game away from us? And
Exactly.
just, it didn't happen today. He was bottled up. I'm surprised they didn't keep going to him and keep trying to run more with him.
Mm,
Feel like that's an oversight on the play caller's part, but
yeah. Yeah. The
I'll
Lions were
take it,
never.
man.
Yeah, I was confused by that too. The Lions were like never out of the game. I mean, they went down
They
10,
went
but
down
like,
10 at one point, but that's
yeah,
it. Like, you
I
don't
would have
stop
thought
running.
they had gone back to him, but yeah, the return of Andrew Van Ginkel really. I mean, guys like Van Ginkel and
Big
Cashman,
in
they
the
just
screen game.
yeah, they just make it work.
How
I
about
did.
Harrison Smith coming off the edge on that one play, getting both his hands up?
That's my
Beautiful.
goat. That's my goat. The fumble recovery too. I mean, that's not a huge credit to him, but nice to see him perform at Ford Field one last time. I mean, maybe not one last time. Maybe there's
Nah,
more
man,
out
it's
there.
probably the end.
Yeah, it's
It's
probably
as much as I
one.
love him, that injury in the snap count is probably the end.
I was thinking maybe a playoff game at Ford Field, perhaps later this off. Probably not, but I did
Hey,
get
man,
very
I'd love it.
scared. Yeah, I would too. I did get scared. I don't know how you felt about it. Just the fourth down conversion at the beginning of the game. I thought it was going to be that kind of day with the touchdown.
Yeah. This is Josh Metellus' fourth touchdown allowed in coverage in 3 weeks, I think. I'm not sure if they
Yeah.
officially graded on Josh Metellus, but you can go back to the Eagles game. He lets that one on
Mhm.
fourth down. I don't blame that one too much on him. The pass rush doesn't get home. I think Orlando or what's it, Gadsden or I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, you got
The
to. Yeah.
Charger. Yeah, he had two touchdowns against us, and both were on Metellus in coverage. And
Mhm.
this one was I think this was just fully on him.
Yeah.
He looks like he goes too shallow on the zone. Laporta gets behind him and just drags four guys into the end zone. The
Mhm.
defense was really poor on fourth down. The Lions went 3 for 3, 4 for 4 if you count the Grenard offsides that gave them a first down.
Yeah.
But they were incredible in the first three downs. And with a play caller like Dan Campbell or like a guy like Dan Campbell who loves to take risks, you're always gonna have that threat of fourth down. You got to be better on it. You got to expect it, and you got to just know how to stop it. And they didn't, but credit they didn't get out physical, man. They hung
Mhm.
in there. They made life hell for the Lions. I know on the stat sheet it might look like Goff had a good day. He did not. He did not
No.
have a good day at all. He
No.
was, and the biggest thing I've said about Goff is when if you hit him once, he gets scared.
Yeah.
And you can see that today. There were so many throws he just dirted the ball or he just overthrew him. He never got in rhythm. He was playing scared. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown had like 97 yards. It felt like 40. He
Yeah.
did not feel like he was in the game at all.
I wouldn't have believed you. I mean, I slightly still don't believe you that that happened, but like I remember him getting a couple short yard catches. But yeah, I don't
He
remember
got that one,
97.
he got like 40 yards on that one drive at the end where Jameson
Uh,
Williams scores on that blatant push off. But
mhm.
Laporta was the most deadly player on the field for them today.
Yeah, and it felt like I mean, obviously they could move the ball on first, second, and third, but it really felt like the Lions were like really good on fourth down and just kind of mid the rest of the downs.
Yeah, we
Um,
forced them to live in long, down, like whatever down and long situations the entire game. And that's, how you beat them. You don't let them get ahead of you in the sticks.
yeah, and then it's funny you brought up the Jared Goff thing because like his box score looks good, but he didn't play that well. It's almost like the inverse for JJ
Of
McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy. Yeah, that's what I've
His
been saying.
his
My friend was
box
telling
score.
me, my friend who didn't watch the game, he bet on the Lions. He was like, oh, yeah, well, McCarthy got outplayed. I'm like, watch the game. He did
Yeah,
not. JJ McCarthy came up a lot bigger and a lot more clutch. And that's not, me drinking the purple Kool-Aid. I think he just thoroughly outplayed Goff when needed.
yeah, especially given the context of being third NFL start walking into Ford Field. I mean, again, more than you could ever ask for. Um, we are coming up on the trade deadline and maybe talking about the bit of a lack of a secondary on the Vikings could segue us into this. You did mention corner earlier. Is corner the main position you'd be looking for at the trade deadline?
100%.
Yeah, me too.
100%. We have what, four corners on the roster.
Something like
Okuda's injured right now, so it's three, and then we're rotating in three safeties. And I'm not particularly confident in two of those safeties' ability to cover the pass.
no.
And the other one is Harrison Smith. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
it's really just the back end. Isaiah Rodgers and Byron Murphy are great. Rough, rough luck for Isaiah Rodgers in that touchdown, those clear push off, but
mm,
happens, defensive players never get those calls, but you need a guy who can supplement them. The only problem is I don't see many people on the trade block who could look to give away cornerbacks.
yeah, and the ones that would be willing to give away, like you wouldn't be trading first or second round picks or anything away,
Not
but
at
like
all.
a Tariq Woolen maybe.
And that's also so confusing because the Seahawks are doing so well. Why are you trying to trade Tariq Woolen?
Yeah, I don't know, especially for a team that's got a window right now. I've got the game up. I don't even know what the score is, so I don't even know
They're
if
up
they're winning
21 to
or not.
nothing.
Oh, good. Um,
Darnold's 10 for 10, 142 and three tutties.
I really wanted him to come out and piss himself tonight. I'm not gonna lie, that would have completed the day. Um, yeah, I mean, I, I think I see the Vikings kind of standing pat with who they've got. I mean, as much as I want to say not adding a corner would almost be malpractice at a certain point, but I don't know how much you want to give up for one. But I'm also okay with Kwesi having less draft picks to mess up as well.
It's one of the it's I call it instead of a catch 22, I call it a catch 19 situation after Adam Thielen, where
Yeah.
are we hurt that we gave up a fourth round pick because Kwesi doesn't historically have good luck in the middle rounds? Or would you rather
Mhm.
have Unk on the team who has more Instagram posts than catches this season? Which one would you rather have?
Yeah.
Like, we also got to start talking about Adam Thielen, man. I love him there for the vibes and all that, but it's getting he
Yeah.
he I think Ty Felton got a snap on offense before he did today,
I
and
think
that's
Thielen,
oof.
yeah, I know he came in
He
when
came in when
Jefferson went
Jefferson
off.
got cramps. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
But
it.
yeah, I obviously I love having Adam Thielen on the team. He was one of my favorite players of all time. But
Dude, I love Adam Thielen so much, but like that fourth round pick looks really rough now.
yeah, and I know it's different like for the fan, like, oh, Adam Thielen is on the team. Like that's not really worth a fourth round pick for me to say. I didn't like even in years past, he hasn't been, I know he's dealt with like injuries in recent years, but like he's still been an okay
Yeah,
wide
the fall off
receiver.
was insane. In Carolina, he was their number one target.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I
I live in North Carolina. Panthers fans were pissed when they traded him, and
yeah.
it
I
looks like they
wrote
got the better of the deal.
I wrote an article saying why the Vikings won't trade for Adam Thielen, and it's not because the Vikings don't want him, it's because why would the Panthers want to with the target share they give him and how young their receiver room is. But here we are, we traded a fourth round pick and he has what, three catches on the year? Four?
I and this isn't, the segment to poo-poo on Adam Thielen and his career because I obviously love that guy. He's one of my heroes. He might have more drops on the season than he has catches.
Yeah. I had a bet on him in the Chargers game to get over 5.5 receiving yards. One third of him got batted at the line early in the game. Then in garbage time, he couldn't hang on to a ball from Brosmer, and that kind
He
of pissed
has
me off.
he has 5 catches for 47 yards, and I think he has 3 drops.
Nice. That's
I
good.
mean, he's a great professional to have in the locker room,
Yeah.
and I don't think you can quantify that.
Hmm.
But man, that fourth round pick, missing that is going to hurt. I mean, obviously, you have the. It's one of those things where we have so many projected picks when it comes to compensatory, but are you willing to deal those to get better right now when your team is 500 flat and you're coming up still against a relatively tough schedule?
Yeah.
I don't know. You gotta balance that out. You gotta figure things out there. One name I would kind of love to see them take a swing on, and this is kind of this is very out there. Let's kick the tires on Minka Fitzpatrick a little bit. Let's see what's going on there. Uh,
I don't know. I have a couple Steelers. I know he's not on the Steelers anymore. I have a couple Steelers fan friends that absolutely hate Minka Fitzpatrick because of his irrelevancy in like the last year or two. I would,
was that a function of the Steelers' defense, or is that a
yeah,
function of Minka being bad?
yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't done a deep dive onto Minka Fitzpatrick film to be completely honest with you, but I'd be intrigued. It just, I gotta like with every trade, I'd have to see the cost. Like I wouldn't want to give up
Yeah,
anything.
I'm not giving a day one pick for him or a
No,
day or early day two pick. It'd probably be like at best a third rounder. But
I'd max out like a fifth or sixth rounder. I never really loved Minka Fitzpatrick for some reason. I don't know
I
why.
think he just gives you something. He gives you a he's a better version of Theo Jackson that can
Yeah,
actually tackle.
yeah. And then he'd be reunited with because he was in Miami with B-Flow
He
for at least a
was. He
year,
was.
right? Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I said Fitzpatrick. I'm like, it's a Flores guy, but yeah.
yeah. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if the Vikings do anything coming up on the trade deadline, which is this Tuesday at like what 4 p.m. Eastern, 3
Yeah,
p.m.
my brave prediction is they're probably just gonna stand pat. And
I
that
would,
might be the right
yeah.
move.
It's boring, but I'm the same way. It's
Listen, man, if you want to add a corner, Asante Samuel Jr. is in free agency still. There's probably a reason why he's in free agency, but like,
yeah. I forgot he
shit,
was
man,
in.
take a
I
swing.
forgot he was there. To be honest with you, because he was the rave that he was going to sign with us in the
Right
offseason.
after the trade, right after the draft, that's what the rumors were. Is that that's why he didn't draft a corner. Is he's coming in?
Yeah, I'd rather see Quasida Fomensa spend a fifth or sixth round pick on some ex prospect we've never heard of. I mean, maybe that one would kind of hit like Levi Drake Rodriguez too, but probably not.
Is Levi Drake Rodriguez the best pick for value that we have? It might be. It might be either him or Reichard.
Probably because Redmond's UDFA or no, we didn't even.
Redmond's a UDFA
Yeah,
tryout.
yeah. I don't know. I just Quasi, man, that's a whole nother episode on Quasi's drafting, but
Hey, man, this year doesn't look too awful, at least with Donovan Jackson. He looks
yeah,
competent.
yeah. It's just, I mean, the Lewis scene thing will always be there. Jalen Naylor redeemed the 2022 draft a little bit today, but
Yeah, great catch.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll go on skedaddle out of here. Make sure you keep an eye on the channel. Again, we're gonna be uploading again more and more. Try to do it consistently. Maybe have another episode out before the trade deadline. Thank you all for watching. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Um, Go follow me on Twitter at Brevman Bane. I'm back. I'm back to run the game. I know you missed me. Probably not, but Preet, you getting back on Twitter or
Yet to be determined, probably never, but we'll
yeah,
see. Check out my stuff at Zone Coverage if you guys want. But
yeah.
other than that,
Listen to the
see
Love
y'all.
Boat. Listen to the Love
Yeah,
Boat.
listen to the Love Boat. Listen to
Yeah.
the Love Boat. Give that a whirl.
Good show. Great show. I've been on it what 4 times, I think, something like that.
I think it's you and Tom Schreier are top two most. You, Tom Schreier, and Joe Gill are our most recurring guests. So we'll
W.
look to get you back on there soon. Of
So you know it's a quality product.
course.
Yep. Thank you for watching. Go Vikes. Skull. Fuck the lines.